So the problem is number 18 on homework number 1. And it is, a sound wave is located somewhere along the x-axis. Experiments show that the same wavefront simultaneously reaches listeners at x equals minus 7.0 meters and x equals 3.0 meters. A. What is the x-coordinate of the source? B. A third listener is positioned along the positive y-axis. What is her y-coordinate if the same wavefront reaches her at the same instant as it does the first two listeners? So on my chart, I'm just going to draw the points that it lists first. So it says the same wavefront simultaneously reaches listeners at x equals minus 7.0 meters. So let's write that out. Here, I'll zoom into the chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Minus 7.0. And 3 meters. 1, 2, 3. 3.0. So, it's one wavefront, and so its source must be halfway between these two. So the average of minus 7 and 3 is 3 minus 7 over 2 equals minus 4 over 2 equals minus 2. So the source is at minus 2. X equals minus 2. That's right between those 2 points. And so, I'll just draw the circular wavefront out. So the answer for A, what is the x-coordinate of the source? A, x equals minus 2.0 meters. Now, a third listener, for part B, is positioned along the positive y-axis, and the wavefront also reaches her at the same time, so we know it's the same wavefront that we're dealing with. What's her y-coordinate? And so she is right here, where this wavefront intersects the y-axis. And we know that the radius of this circle is how much? It's the difference between 3 and minus 2, so it's 5. So the wavefront, the radius is 5 meters. And so the way to figure out her y-coordinate is to just make a triangle like this from the source to the second listener. And we're going to just use Pythagoras to figure out the dimensions of that triangle. So we know that the hypotenuse of the triangle is the radius of the circle, 5 meters. We're trying to figure out this part, and we know this part is 2 meters. So I'm going to make this a little easier. Bring this onto this nice triangle here. So 2, 5, and y. So with Pythagoras, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. C squared is, or c is the hypotenuse, and so 2 squared plus y squared equals 5 squared. Solving for y, that's going to be minus 2 squared on each side, minus 2 squared, y squared equals 5 squared minus 2 squared equals 25 minus 4 equals 21. So, y squared, you still see me? Here. Y squared equals 21. So, radical both sides. Y equals the square root of 21. And the square root of 21 equals 4.58. Equals 4. Sorry about the shadows. 4.58. And so the question is asking what is her y-coordinate? And so it's going to be 4.58 8, or significant figures, 4.6 meters. Thanks very much.